Hello, how's everyone doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. For me, it is a random Thursday morning. I was up early because this little pup got picked up or dropped off at 7:30 a.m. and I honestly just ended up having a bunch of time in the morning, so I thought I'd take some time and answer one of your questions. I was actually recently talking to Luciano. Thank you for reaching out on Instagram. And we were just chatting, having a nice little conversation, and he mentioned if I could talk a little bit about what I like about the product manager role, which got me thinking, what do I like about being a product manager? I'm totally kidding. I absolutely love my job, and so many things came to mind when I was first thinking about what I really like about my job. So here I am today, and I wanted to share with you guys the top 5 reasons why I like being a product manager. Oh, by the way, if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Evelyn. Nice to meet you. I am a product manager working at a big tech company. I've been here for about 1.5 years now, and I joined right out of college. I live in San Francisco, and I make weekly videos here on my channel about product management, career, really just anything going on in my life that I want to share with you guys. Oh, and this is not my dog. I am just watching her. Her name is Bella. She just so happens to have been in my last video as well, which is really funny. But yeah, she likes to sit on my lap, so she'll probably be here for the entirety of this video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this, starting with the number 1 reason why I like being a product manager, and that is that there is a clear driving force, a clear motivation behind why I do what I do, why my team does what they do, and that is the customers. In a let's help make this product better for you, let's help make your life better kind of way,
but also how can we make the business more money
kind of way. And this role itself is just incredibly customer focused. You know that phrase they always use, customer obsessed. And thanks to our amazing marketing and customer success folks, our team especially just has an amazing relationships with our customers to a point where I can easily reach out and set up customer calls anytime. I've gotten to talk to a lot of customers, and even when I'm not talking to them, there are other PMs who are constantly sharing out notes on their customer calls. We constantly have customer success stories being shared at our meetings, and we even have an open forum that's open to our external customers, all of them, and also our internal product team. And it's really easy for us to just chat with our customers. And I can honestly say, besides the customer calls that are at some crazy hour like 6 a.m. with Europe or something, I'm always looking forward to these meetings. There's just something so special about getting to hear firsthand about how customers use your product, how it helps them on their day-to-day, how it helps them with their work life, with their real life. And all of this just truly puts into perspective the impact of the work that you and your team is having. And of course, these conversations aren't always just rainbows and butterflies and customers talking about how much they love your products. They definitely aren't afraid to voice their thoughts, talk about the gaps, the pain points, which is definitely what we want. And it's good to have that sort of relationship with your customers where you're able to have these conversations comfortably, and it feels like a discussion and a partnership in making this product better. All right. The second thing, kind of going off of these gaps and pain points, is problem solving. And there is problem solving at every point in the product life cycle. From the very beginning, say when you see a common user pain point and you rally together a group of people and you're literally just sitting in an office room with a bunch of post-it notes coming up with wacky ideas on how to solve this, all the way to, let's say, closer to the end of the product life cycle when you're trying to figure out how to roll out, say, this feature. How are we going to track its success, its impact? How do we even want to go about exposing it to customers and getting their feedback? And depending on the scope of the feature itself, how do we do so safely? So yes, problem solving, always new problems, always random problems popping up throughout the day, around every corner, big or small. But honestly, these problems are what keeps life at work exciting. And the third thing, and I really truly could never get anything done without it, is the collaboration aspect of product management. Honestly, I feel like I spend more time working with people than I do working alone. Well, I guess it depends on the day. Regardless, collaboration is key for a product manager. I could do all this work, draft up a proposal, draft up a spec, come up with some bright idea, but it would quite literally just be this virtual piece of paper until all these other disciplines come together and bring this piece of paper, this idea to life. Speaking of other disciplines, that's another aspect of collaboration as a product manager that I absolutely love. I get to work with so many other disciplines, from engineering to design to legal to privacy to accessibility to marketing to sales to customer success. There's probably so many more that I'm missing. And the best part is I get to learn so much from these other disciplines because we're either working together often or quite closely. So for example, learning Figma from a designer, or learning how to word something more efficiently and straightforward from our copywriter, or oh, this one's a rough run. Right in the very beginning of when I first started work, learning that you can't just forward legal emails with lawyers involved willy-nilly. Definitely a learning that I took to heart. Anyways, the constant collaboration allows me to be constantly learning and getting a good look into all these other disciplines, and it just keeps life at work just so dynamic and fun, getting to work with all these other roles. Which brings me to number 4, the constant learning. So in addition to this constant learning from other disciplines, my experience has taught me that PMs love staying up to date and constantly learning about the recent developments in tech. As you guys may know, my favorite podcast of all time is Snacks Daily. They are a daily podcast in which they cover 3 tech stories every day, and they give you the key takeaways for them. But even at work, we have a water cooler chat with just us PMs, where people are constantly sending in links to articles and just discussing the latest of what's going on in the tech world. For example, I think the most recent Facebook Instagram outage, I'm pretty sure I found out about that from my coworkers. And they were also the first to send me articles on why the outage happened and all the implication it has. A fruitful discussion always ensues. The team is always just looking to discuss really anything. We have these regular sessions called Chowledge, which is done over lunch, so it's supposed to be a play on like chowing down while gaining knowledge, where we do teardowns of products and just talk about anything that's current in the tech world. For example, remember when, what was it called? Clubhouse. Remember when Clubhouse was all the rage? Everyone was talking about it. Remember that phase of quarantine? Yeah, when that happened, all of us got together to do a product teardown on Clubhouse. We all downloaded the app, got into a room together, tried out all the various features, and we talked about things like, why was Clubhouse doing so well? What features did we like? What features did that we didn't like? How was it able to gain traction so quickly? What did we think about the future for Clubhouse? Different things like that. I mean, as like the name implies, we did a teardown of the product itself. So we really just wanted to dive deep into what this product was, why all these decisions were made the way they were, and they're just incredibly fun sessions for a bunch of products people and also anyone else who's interested to just come together and bounce ideas off one another and figure out what people are creating. It's just fun. This learning also extends beyond just like the latest news and products, even out to learning new frameworks and tools and skills. For example, recently I was linked a literal course, I'm talking like videos and checkpoints and everything, on how to build meaningful hypotheses. And recently we've been doing affinity and empathy mapping, which I honestly haven't done in so long, so it's nice to get a refresher course on that as well. Lastly, and probably one of the most satisfying aspects of product management for me, is getting to have a significant say in the future of the product itself. And that's not to say that other disciplines don't have a say in the product, but I feel like I can more directly point to a specific product area and point out specific features that I was able to help envision, or a direction of the product that I was able to help influence. So those are the 5 top reasons why I absolutely love being a product manager. Oh, actually, you know what? A really good one that popped up in my mind is, if you're comparing this to software engineering at least, we product managers, at least on my team, never have to be on call. So no taking your backpack to the club, no taking your backpack up the mountain when you're on a ski trip. I've quite literally seen my software engineering friends do just this, and I'm always grateful of my role when I see them have to go through this. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. If you are a PM, I'd love to know down in the comments below, what do you like about the role? If you're not a PM, I'd like to know what other questions you have about product. And as always, feel free to DM me, reach out to me. I'm at Evelyn Shares on Instagram. Feel free to also just talk to me down in the comments below. That's really it for today. I'll catch you next time. Bye. You want to say bye? Oh, off she goes. Okay. All right, bye. Hi. Really made your way in, didn't you? Okay, testing. Oh! All right, a lot just happened there.